Greetings, my name is Daniel Tal, and I'm hoping you're having a good day today. I am going to do part 2 of 3D planning work, and this time focusing on drones. Again, here are some examples of the work that we've done. But going into drones, I've published a book on drones with John Altschuld. John Altschuld I will do an interview with at some point. He's probably one of the most talented drone pilots in the country. And in our case, using this work, this is the 39th Avenue Greenway. There's a video on this someplace in this channel, maybe a link below. But you could see taking the 3D model and then overlaying it with our drone work to see what the built work results look like. For the sake of planning though, again, we can do all these before and afters. This is top of Pikes Peak, showing the proposed condition. In this case, for the city of Longmont, we went out and flew the site, got the parameters that we needed to understand. We used the aerial and the models to help create studies to understand the site and the location. And this becomes key. Here's one example. So we'll go out to a planning site or a project site, we'll fly the drone. The first piece of data that we will get from this drone is a high resolution aerial. These aerials are great, for lack of a better word, because you can go all the way down. I can see linen on the side of this and all the way down to the oil spots and stains. We can then take some of these graphics, we'll get back to that. Here's a drone aerial or drone bird's eye view, and then we'll produce a model and overlay that. In this case, this is for a low impact development, amenities, and park in often neglected neighborhoods in Kansas City that we're doing with Confluence. Another example of this is we go out there, we pop the drone up into the air, take a shot, and then we'll photo match it in there. Again, showing the improvements. One last one in this drainage, and then popping in our design with 3D. Again, we can take these really high resolution aerial drone shots, bird's eye, and then we'll model our concepts on it. Really makes it clear about what the approach is. This is Falls Park in Sioux Falls. Drone data. Let's talk about the drone data. So you can go out with a drone and you can create or get photogrammetric scans. And these are great. There's LiDAR and there's photogrammetry. You can make a really good argument that photogrammetry is equal, if not as superior and easier to work with than LiDAR data. Whole separate conversation. Showing what you could do with this data once you collect it for location for planning. You can put it in the cloud and everybody can access it. In this case, you can look for section cuts. This is in taking drone data and drone scan data. I'm actually using an extension called Scan Essentials, which allows you to import in point cloud data and LiDAR data into SketchUp and actually manipulate, use, and measure it. And you can see it. It's very powerful and quite amazing in terms of how it works. In the cloud, you can also take all this data and measure it in different ways. You can measure cut fill calculations, quantity takeoffs, whatever's needed. In this case, this is for this project to show you a planning project. We went and scanned this location off I-25 in Arapahoe in Denver, Colorado, and we needed a good terrain model for it. So we got the aerial, we generated contours from it using our photogrammetric software, Pix4D, and then we were able to produce a terrain model from this. This terrain model was great. We brought it into SketchUp. We modeled our site plan off of it. I'll do a whole series of videos on terrain modeling in the future. And the first thing we had to do was massing studies of this and shadow studies, because the neighborhood wanted to see what the view corridor and view shed would be with the impact. We were telling them it wouldn't be so bad and what that would look like. Using other tools like Placemaker, which is part of my repertoire of tools that I do own, full disclosure, I build out the entire location for this site so we can actually put it in context. This is the entire Denver Tech Center and then some. And then we can take these graphics, this is now taking into rendering, this is now in Lumion, and we can start adding another level of detail to these graphics where you can produce it, all of it coming together. So modeling, rendering, different apps to all produce these types of graphics. Again, get to these final kind of graphics and renders. Underneath it all is these drone shots and the drone data that helps us create it. Part 3, I will explore the modeling aspect of all this, how we model in SketchUp, what tools we use, and where we get our components to create really detailed and very quick models. If you like what you see here, please subscribe, share, and of course, hit the like button. Sorry, a little slow today. Been doing this for a while. Anyway, have a continued good day. Thank you very much.